Okay, so we're going to take a look at using scale factor and proportion to solve problems. And this is super helpful for, especially competitive math problems. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here we go. The ratio. It should read ratio. I love it when I do these and I find my own typos. The ratio of side lengths of a triangle are 4 to 7 to 5. And its perimeter is 96 centimeters. So what is the length of the small side? That is a good question, isn't it? So we have a triangle. That has the small side. This is the small side. It's 4, and the hypotenuse 7, and the other leg has to be 5. And then, so this is a triangle that definitely has these proportions, but it doesn't have a perimeter of 96. It just doesn't. So we are looking for a much bigger triangle that we've applied a scale factor to. And when we apply a scale factor, we are multiplying each side length by the same value. So, do I know what that scale factor is right now?
No.
I don't. So I know this is going to be 4 times my scale factor. Let's call the scale factor x. This is going to be 5 times my scale factor, and this one's going to be 7 times my scale factor. And I know the perimeter of the whole thing is 96. So what I need to do is I need to figure out what my scale factor is, and then I can use my scale factor to find my actual side lengths. Well, perimeter is just adding all 3 sides together. So we have 4x plus 5x plus 7x, and all that together is going to equal? All that together is going to equal?
16x.
What's the
96.
96? Now, obviously, when I add 4x plus 5x plus 7x, I get 16x. All right, so I have 16x is equal to 96. Oh, yeah, the opposite of multiplying by 16 is dividing by 16. So divide by 16, divide by 16. And I get my scale factor is equal to 96 divided by 16, 6. Oh, am I done yet?
No.
No, because I need to know the length of the small side. Well, the small side is 4 times my scale factor. Oh, that's not bad. 4 times 6 is?
24.
So this side length is 24. That was kind of fun. Oh, solve each proportion. Well, do I know off the top of my head what I need to multiply, or what I did with 56 to get 7? What did I do to 56 to get 7? I know scale factor is either multiplying, or sometimes you think of it as division, even though you're multiplying by a fraction. What did I do with 56 to get 7?
56 divided by 8.
Oh, yeah, I divided by 8 or multiplied by 1/8. Oh, so let's multiply 72 by 1/8 or divide by 8. Which equals 9. So x is equal to 9. And I did not need to cross multiply. I could just use scale factor. But I don't think I'm going to be that lucky on this one, because I have z minus 4 over 5. And that is equal to 20 over z minus 4. I can't use scale factor in this one. So let's go ahead and use cross multiplication, because that is what I'm left with when scale factors, side length ratios, do not work. So I have z minus 4 times z minus 4. It's a square binomial. We just worked on that in the warm-up. That's amazing. And that's equal to 20 times 5. That's a square number. This is looking pretty good. So z minus 4 times z minus 4, using what I know about square binomials, is going to be z squared minus 8z, because it's 2 times ab. So it's 8z plus 16. Oh, wait a second, wait a second. Do I really want to multiply this together? Well, I could do it that way, but there's an easier way. There's definitely an easier way. So let's take this, and we're going to put this off to the side. And we're going to think about this. Oh, well, 20 times 5 is just 100. Well, so another way of talking about z minus 4 times z minus 4 is z minus 4 squared, and that equals 100. Well, what's the opposite of squaring something?
Square rooting something.
So let's square root. So we get z minus 4 is equal to plus or minus 10. All right. So z is going to equal negative 4 plus or minus 10. Well, I can simplify that. Negative 4 plus 10 is 6, so z is equal to 6. Or z is equal to negative 4 minus 10 is negative 14. So there are my two answers. Well, let's go back to this problem. So if I had decided that I really wanted to expand my expression, what am I going to do now?
I don't know.
That's a good answer. I don't know. So to solve a quadratic, it has to be equal to 0 and in factored form. And right now, it's not equal to 0 and it's not in factored form. So let's subtract 100 from both sides so we can make it equal 0. So we have z squared minus 8z is equal minus would be 84, and that equals 0. So now we need to come up with two numbers that multiply together to 84 but add to negative 8. Well, 6 and 14? I think so. I mean, 6 times 14 is 84. All right. So we have z minus 14 times z minus 8. Oh, no. Geez. Plus 6. And that equals 0. Well, oh my goodness, we went back in time. All this just reappeared again. That's sort of funny. Oh boy. What do you do to both sides to move negative 4? You'd have to add 4. What's that doing there? I don't know either. Oh boy. So let's add 4. This is definitely what happens when you skip steps and you don't write stuff down. So that would be positive 4. All right, so 4 plus 10 is positive 14. Positive 4 minus 10, that'd be negative 6. Okay, so let's go back into the future. Let's see if we can do that. I'm not sure if we can. No, we can't. Oh boy. This is like the most fun video you've ever seen, I bet. So we know that z is equal to negative 6 and 14. So when we get to this one, we have z squared minus 8z minus 84 is equal to 0. So when we factor it, we get z plus 6 times z minus 14 is equal to 0. Well, what's going to make this piece is equal to 0? Negative 6. What's going to make this piece equal to 0? 14. So my answers are z is equal to negative 6 and 14. That was kind of ugly.